Hi everyone, my name is Corey, also known as GRC Corey, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing the skills needed to be successful in GRC and some of the skills that I've identified that would make a successful GRC analyst. Let's get into it. So before we get into it, I would like to just state that these are just my personal opinion. This is my personal views of what I think are the critical skills needed to be a successful GRC analyst. And I understand that there are people out there who might disagree and who might think that there are other skills out there that are maybe more critical for a GRC analyst. But these are just some of the skills that I've identified while having my time in GRC that I've noticed makes really successful analysts. The first skill that I've identified is good analytical skills. And so what I mean by that is that with some of my colleagues I work with, they have some really good analytical skills where they're able to break down information, disseminate that information both efficiently and effectively. So when they are conducting risk assessments, they're able to identify risks, understand and prioritize the risks based off of the information that they receive, the vulnerabilities, and the process of conducting a risk assessment, all that information that they take in, and be able to break down that information and then prioritize the risks based off the information gathered. Also, when it comes to like audits, understanding the controls that you're looking at, disseminating that information properly, and understanding the controls and being able to correctly judge which controls to audit and to take that information and then produce a meaningful report based off of the analyses of that audit process and the audit itself. The second skill that I've identified is adaptability, being able to adapt very well in a cybersecurity environment. Cybersecurity is an ever-evolving landscape. It's constantly changing, and there are new frameworks that come out all the time and new tools, and being able to take in that information and those tools and those frameworks and be able to work with them and use them both quickly and effectively. Just because being adaptable is critical, especially in a GRC analyst position, where there are new threats that evolve all the time that come out. There's new vulnerabilities that emerge all the time, and just being able to adapt to that, conduct a risk assessment to those new vulnerabilities, and then move forward and then reassess where those risks may lie. The third skill that I've identified is communication and having effective communication skills. This is a big critical skill that I've seen that is very valuable within the GRC realm. Being able to communicate from the technical to the non-technical, being that conduit between the two. Understanding the technical side and the controls that you're looking at, and then convey that information into a report and explain it to executives or stakeholders that can understand that information in a effective way, where they can understand what you're saying and then move forward on the next steps of what they need to do to properly do their job. So communication is a very, very, very critical skill to have in GRC, and if you're able to build your communication skills effectively, you'll do very well within GRC. It is one of those very critical skills, and it's definitely underappreciated. It's a very easy skill to develop, but it's a very hard skill to master communication. It's always, you can always improve on communication. And now the fourth skill that I've identified that is critical to a GR analyst role is to properly network. Cybersecurity is just a very large industry, and there's just so many different niches and so many different areas of cybersecurity that it's just too big to just know everything. So to be able to properly, and this goes based off of just the communication aspect of the skills as well, where being able to properly network and to make those connections, so you can go to those subject matter experts when you might lack the skills or the proper knowledge to do a task, you can always go to those subject matter experts and get their professional opinion or their advice, and then move forward on that. So being able to properly network is another critical skill that I've identified within GRC that would make a successful analyst. And so those are the 4 skills that I've identified that are critical to being a successful GRC analyst and succeeding in the role. Of course, there are tons of other skills and that are out there that are critical to the role, like time management or organizational management, and things of that nature. So, I mean, you can identify tons of other skills that are important as well, but those are the 4 critical ones that I've identified that I see make a successful analyst. But if you guys have identified any other ones out there that are more critical, please let me know. If you guys liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day. See you in the next video.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my